Hi, this is TonTrader. Here are the biggest crypto stories of the week in just a couple of minutes. This week, the spotlight is on government oversight and institutional adoption. The UK is investigating banking restrictions on crypto companies, Brazil is preparing rules for tokenized assets, and South Korea is bringing its digital currency closer to real-world payments. Let's break down the 6 biggest stories of the week. First, the United Kingdom has launched an investigation into crypto debanking. A parliamentary group is examining the banking restrictions that crypto companies face when opening accounts and accessing financial services. Reliable access to banking infrastructure remains one of the biggest barriers to the growth of a regulated crypto industry. Second, Brazil is accelerating asset tokenization. The country's securities regulator, CVM, has created a working group that has 60 days to develop experimental rules for tokenized securities. One of Latin America's largest economies is laying the foundation for a large-scale tokenized asset market. Third, South Korea is expanding its central bank digital currency pilot. The Bank of Korea is preparing the second phase of its CBDC project. Starting in September, 9 banks will participate, and tokenized deposits will be tested in real payment scenarios. The project is gradually moving beyond experimentation and closer to commercial use. Fourth, the Clarity Act has stalled due to political disputes. Progress on the United States' main crypto market structure bill is once again under threat. The biggest obstacle is disagreement over ethics rules for senior government officials. Without a compromise, the U.S. could once again delay unified regulations for the SEC, the CFTC, crypto exchanges, and DeFi. Fifth, Russia has adopted new rules for the crypto market. The State Duma has approved a comprehensive regulatory framework. Retail investors will be allowed to purchase approved cryptocurrencies through licensed intermediaries, with an annual limit of 300,000 rubles per intermediary. The government is legalizing controlled access to cryptocurrencies while strengthening oversight of exchanges and investors. And sixth, investors are returning to Bitcoin ETFs. Spot Bitcoin ETFs in the United States have recorded their 6th consecutive day of net inflows. Over the previous 5 trading sessions, the funds attracted approximately $727 million. The return of institutional demand is providing support for Bitcoin after several weeks of capital outflows. Why does all of this matter? The crypto market is becoming increasingly integrated with traditional finance. Governments are creating the rules, banks are testing digital money, and institutional investors are building their positions once again. What should you watch next? Keep an eye on the outcome of the UK's crypto debanking investigation, Brazil's tokenization proposals, the launch of South Korea's second CBDC pilot phase, the future of the Clarity Act in the US Senate, and whether inflows into Bitcoin ETFs continue. The takeaway this week is clear. The crypto market is becoming more deeply integrated into traditional finance. Governments are setting the rules, banks are testing digital money, and institutional investors are once again increasing their exposure to Bitcoin. That's it for this week's top crypto stories. All the source links are in the description. See you next time.